Welcome traders, it's Diego from BLT. Now in this video, I'm going to cover a live analysis recording where I covered a trade, which is dollar yen. Now it's still the midweek. We've still got FOMC today. We've got NFP on Friday. So the week isn't finished, but we are in some decent profit within the community. I'll show you guys this particular live stream real quick. Do we have maybe a potential setup here? Maybe. So when this becomes expanding, right? We don't do that. We just update it to the next structure point. Now it's a valid pattern. Maybe there's a bit of a pattern here. Yeah, there's a bit of a boomerang of this pattern and a parallel sort of channel there. You have this banker block here as a nice little point of interest form. And then we have, it's quite big here actually, so it's not really clear. So when it's not clear and you can't really see a banker block, and then you have to use sort of this big one or this big one, which basically not contradicts it, clashes with this one, then that's when you check a different time frame. There we go. This is the 1 minute point of interest I'll be looking at. And the fact that it's within this larger pattern on its way down after compression, but most importantly, equal lows, then yeah, this is it's a good trade. So now that you've seen yesterday's live stream, let's look at what's actually happened. So if we go on dollar yen, we can see that, this was the point of interest. I had plan A, plan B, where I wanted to sell it after the live stream. And then it basically triggered a point of interest. As you can see, this was now 12:19 p.m. The live stream was around 10:11 a.m. So just 2 hours after it triggered. Then obviously the patterns are updating, price action is developing with the BLT. Eventually, I just kind of went silent within the group because I was monitoring the trade and looking to get involved. I did eventually get involved, and this was my entry as expected. The trade management afterwards, I think Rodrigo made a joke. When Diego is in the zone, he goes silent, which is true. You need to get into the zone. I can't be walking everyone step by step on the trade that I'm taking. I can't just do that. You got Lawrence here catching a beautiful trade with dollar yen. And then this is an update around 5 p.m. So just 5 hours after, that's it. I'm out. 7R, manual exit, missed my main TP by 1R, ended up closing manually, and the remaining 20% stop losses and profit I got taken out, I believe. And then this was the actual end performance. So yeah, pretty decent start to the week. Okay, now this is the actual journal that I'm using, which you guys have access to if you're a BLT member. With dollar yen, this was taken on a Tuesday on July the 5th. This was one of the setups, doing 0.1% risk. So that's 1/10 of a 1%. You don't need to be risking too much. The main first TP, as you can see, R exit 1, this hit 7R. 80% of that was banked, which resulted in a 0.56% gain, leaving 0.02% remaining on the table, quote 20% that's still on. That hit 0R on this occasion, as you can see, 0%. And in total of that one trade, it was 0.56%. 0.56% for a Tuesday trade, still midweek, for me is pretty decent. I need a good 5-6 trades to just lose my profits if I keep doing 0.1% risk. So it was a pretty decent trade. Now let's look at the BLT winning trades for some further insight and confirmation. This is where we post the winning trades. So obviously from yesterday's live stream, I was expecting price to reverse from this particular area. As you can see, it then went to the point of interest, but I'm not getting involved as of yet. Obviously, price developed into new technicals, hence why I mention it. And then eventually I got triggered in on this entry and I came out, manual entry, pretty decent trade as expected. And it was, just a pretty decent trade. And obviously you've got Chris here hitting 4R on this symmetrical triangle / QM entry. So he's obviously killing it. So obviously we do have winning setup channel. So these are all the trades that I've obviously taken within the BLT community. And to be transparent, we also have a lot of losing setup. I love my losses. There's so many losses here as well. Okay, just a brief insight into, the BLT and the community. If you're interested in joining, you know where to go. So stay tuned everyone. Take care.